The serial liar turned drag queen turned congressman left donuts for the Capitol Hill press corps staked outside his office today. He said he's tired of answering questions about his past, and no, he is not going to resign. In a way, he may be the best thing that ever happened to Congress, for Congress. Now, all of them, the other 434 of them, look like paragons of truth for once members of Congress have someone to look down upon. And it's not bad for Santos. In 2 years, he can parlay his fame into something important, maybe like an appearance on Dancing with the Stars. Vince Coglianese is here, editorial director of The Daily Caller, radio host on WMAL in D.C. Are we all looking in the media at the Santos thing in the wrong way?
Well, I think the media is enjoying George Santos. So in some sense, yes, the wrong way. If the point of the media is to report things that are of consequence to the American people, then yeah, I would say the press has gotten this a little bit wrong because it's really a sideshow. This guy would otherwise be a no-name congressman from Nassau County, New York. But the reality is, and he earned this, his record of lies is so out of control that he's approaching what Joe Biden has done over the course of his entire career. George Santos is incredible. The number of lies he's told, he's admitted to some of them.
Vince, okay, look. Admittedly, Joe Biden has had a casual relationship with the truth on some of his stories. Okay,
don't undersell it, boy.
But they're vaguely in the realm of things that are possible to happen. With Santos, these are just completely out there.
I disagree with you entirely on this. Joe Biden claimed that he was arrested visiting Nelson Mandela. That wasn't true. He claimed he graduated in the top of his class at law school. That wasn't true. He claimed that he was a truck driver, that he worked at a timber company. He claimed that he was a coal miner. All of those things were not true. Joe Biden has very routinely lied about his biography. George Santos, over the course of just a couple of short years, has lied in pretty unbelievable ways, and ways that are offensive to people, for sure. Lying and it looks like stealing from a veteran who had a dog who was on its last legs. That's just disgusting. Lying about having relatives dying in 9/11. It's just completely out of control. And again, like I said, the guy's a sideshow. He was elected to Congress. If Congress wants to remove him, they can. You'd have to have both parties to do it.
They're not going to do that, though. It's too good, right? It gives Republicans cover because Republicans now can just sort of not have to answer for anything but George Santos, and Democrats love beating up on Republicans for George Santos.
Well, maybe, but here's where the way I think most Republicans view it. They're embarrassed by George Santos, and the press, to the extent, especially the media outlets that have a rooting interest here for the opponents to the Republicans, that is the Democrats, they love George Santos because they represent him as a stand-in for the Republican Party broadly. So this is a very convenient way for the left wing, especially cable outlets, to spend all of their time.
Right.
Their entire shows are dedicated to this guy in some sense because they enjoy this and they don't enjoy the Joe Biden document scandal.
Right. Well, and they can also make every Republican answer for this. All right, I'm 0 for 1 here. I said earlier to our executive producer, Chris Russell, who shockingly disagrees with me sometimes, that George Santos was Republicans' Anthony Weiner. He said, no, George Santos is much worse. I got shot down on radio with that comparison. What say you?
Anthony Weiner, I just can't even compare the two, man. The Anthony Weiner thing was so crazy. The guy was like sending the most bizarre sex pics to people with his child lying in the bedroom. That whole thing was It was just a completely different league. I guess both of them are from New York, so you get a point there.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you saving me at least there. So there is that. Vince, it's good to see you, my friend.
Nice to see you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.